Guys, how we all doing today? We'll be reviewing or previewing, not reviewing, the Project Ultimate Weather 2.0, which will be releasing towards the end of May. We had the first beta out for a few people. There should be live streaming the Project Ultimate Weather as well as we speak. So yeah, we'll be driving on the Benelux and maybe some Nordics for today. This is the first drive that we're going to be doing from Luxembourg to Eindhoven. We'll see where the road takes us next. So I'm just gonna get off and yeah, enjoy the preview. Scottish modding, how you doing, mate? Just got home from work. Ready for the weekend then, yeah? So we're starting on the Sunday. Well, you got the Friday and Saturday to do some gaming. You work on the farm, and that's nice. Caspiar, how you doing? How to get this FOV? You need to get a unlimited seat adjustment mod and just set your camera to that. There's few of them on Steam. When you actually enable the mod, you'll be able to adjust it in whatever way you want. US Truckers, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. You're gonna play ETS2 till 2 AM? Well, I don't blame you. What do you do on a farm? You drive a tractor? You do any kind of work around the farm? Or if you can say, of course. Casper, what's the best rain mod? In kind of a... well, in accordance with PNG, I would say PNG rain add-on and its textures as well. Vava, how you doing? How's the evening going? Talib Craft. Hello, my friend. Scottish modding, you know what? You've got a job that I wish that I would have done. I remember, you know, before I started playing ETS and ATS, I was big in like farming simulators, so that's an interesting job. Talib, if you're talking about the scratches on the windshield, you can find that mod on the SCS forum on the scratches on windshield. And you drive trucks in the farm as well. That is, you know what, that is way more interesting than most of the jobs that you actually get in the city, to be honest. Guess what's the name of the GPS? It's the GPS that comes with the man truck by Gloover. You've been brought up on the farm as well. It's very good. Sometimes I wish that I was, but I mean, I come from a rural kind of a place, but not a farm though. Wait, I'm moving countries now. Further away from Scotland, to be honest. Yeah, ATS has the same support for PNG as ETS does. It's just that ATS has a bit less content to it, but you've got the same rain mod and everything. It's got this mod, and I'll be alright for now, mate. Talib, what doesn't work for yourself? Which mod? These scratches in the windshield? You know what? It's so the last time the mod was updated was 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But some of the newer trucks you might need to add yourself for the dev files. Some of the newer trucks will not be added to it, so you find everything up to DAF next gen added, and then after that you'd probably have to just add the trucks yourself to the dev file. Got this mod, and glad to hear that, mate. Also, I've seen those Forza pictures, you know, they look nice with that reshade as well. I don't play Forza myself, but I think it's the first time that we've actually driven this road. I don't remember driving it before. Talib, so it doesn't, but I've added it to the dev file as well. You just have to, if you get ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to create a folder path for yourself, or just to follow a folder path, you can just put the seed file in the def of the Gloover's truck, and it'll just work fine. You can even type it in Google what would be the folder path for the seat adjustment. There's a fly on the wall. How you doing, mate? It's a very inventive nickname, I like that. Been up in London, then came back, and just stuff around the house. Well, I'm still adjusting a few bits on the Project Ultimate weather now. I've been modifying it for like 5 or 6 days straight now with the fogs and the colorways and everything, and I think that we came up with the latest kind of a version that might be the released one, unless I get some other times of day where the game will be off colored, but I think it's alright at the moment. You hate London? Yeah. Yes, but I'm using PNG with that. It works fine with PNG. It's just the weather file that you need to swap to get it to work, but it works fine with it. Say runner, it's meant to look like maybe not a driver holding it. I don't know. It's oh my god. It's meant to look the way that I kind of wanted to set it up. I'm not sure if you'd have a camera set up in that way. If someone is vlogging it, you'll probably have it pushed back a bit. And an actual dashcam camera would be somewhere up to here. So this view is just kind of in the middle. The FOV is adjusted as well, so I'm not sure if you'd see that if the driver was holding the camera himself. Unless he would actually reach out with the camera. And the dashcam would probably be somewhere slightly to the side as well. Delta Twister? No, it's dynamic. I mean, I would set my own skyboxes just because I like to set them at whatever skybox I want, but if you just let it run, it will be dynamic. Xyronic, you know what? I've pushed the steering wheel down a bit, and to be honest, with that FOV, you can't really see it, but the steering wheel was there, so. Diesel engine, how you doing, mate? How's the evening going? I'm probably nighttime for you now. Man, I watched the review, one of the best reviews I've ever actually watched, you know. Scottish mutton, I appreciate it, mate. As Ali, how you doing, mate? This version looks great. I think it's a good update on the first one, to be honest. Fogs wise, I've used 11 out of 12 skyboxes, but that's the last time I'm actually reworking the SCS weather, because the next one, like, you're so much constrained if you're trying to rework that weather that you can't really, you don't have the freedom to do what you'd want to do with the fog. So this looks great, but it can still look way better with custom skyboxes as well. Hey, how you doing? Do you use Be My Tracker hardware? I'm using Tobii Eye Tracker for that. You're tried in. You're planning to buy a laptop with a RTX 3050. You might not get close to those kind of results. I mean, on a 1080p, your graphics card usage is not going to be that bad. You'll still get the same colorways and everything, just the fidelity might be the only thing that would be lacking, but that's understandable if you're comparing 1080p to 4K. Nathan Zero, how you doing, mate? Nathan Zero, all the way down from Brazil, mate. And yeah, I'm using Snowymoon V2, Project Next Gen for textures, Project Ultimate Weather for the weather mod, and Project Ultimate RealCam for the reshape preset. Delta Trista, yeah, I've got the instructions on my Patreon. If you subbed monthly, you'd receive all of the instructions to your DM. If you bought out the post, which is not active now, till the next version releases, then you just need to reach out to myself for the instructions. I also paste my setup that I use to actually get the effects. So my FOV is 84. I won't be able to give you the seat settings as there's none, because the sliders are unlimited. There's no number to it. There's nothing to visualize the change. So the FOV is at 84, but then the rest you just kind of have to navigate your way up to that. What graphics card you need to use in your laptop? Well, I use a 5080. If you're using a laptop, so on a 1080p, well, unless you get a 2K laptop, or something like a 5070, 5080. If you play in 2K, then you might get away with like a 4080, maybe 5060, 5070. To be honest, I've never had a gaming laptop. I'm not sure how laptops actually utilize the performance. Diesel engine, yes, I noticed it. Thing happen overnight. 7,000 subs. Also, thank you, mate. Thank you. Well, you know what? If you're looking at laptops and desktops, the only difference would be that you've got a much smaller resolution. And most of the laptops would be 1080p. Unless I'm wrong. There's a fly on the wall. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Okay. Where could we go next? We could drive up north, to be honest. Game Sleeper, how you doing, mate? How's the day going? Okay, we're gonna be driving up north into Nordics. And that's probably the longest drive that I'm going to do for the last, I don't know, at least a year. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not getting stuck in it. Okay, we're fine and we did not get stuck. Very good tactics. Adam, what do I use for my GPS? I'm using the GPS that comes with the Man Truck by Gloover. Super Chris, how you doing? Looking at the end of May. Yeah, Neeraj, we're going that way now. So we're going to see some Nordics roads. Well, we're going to go through Benelux first. So at the moment, you know what, we're going to... We'll go through Groningen, so we can actually experience a bit more Benelux. I know it, how you doing, mate? That's good news then. I'm glad that you can actually play in 60 FPS now. I know that they've done some performance tweaks, as even though you do not have to use the buffers at 50, so that means that there has been some work done on the performance. Jose Martinez, at the moment I'm using the physics mod by Iswan Bakar, and my truck and trailer stability is at 0. I know it 100%, mate. Super Chris, that is the so I set my truck and trailer stability as 0, and then the camera physical factor at 150%, and that just kind of bounces the truck and the camera slightly. But I'm operating the camera, you know, with my Tobii eye tracker, but when I don't move it, the camera will still have a slight bounce. Suspension is all at 0%. Bro, how you doing, mate? How's the evening going? If it's an evening for you, because it might be a morning for you, so. Annoyed. I use the same ones for nighttime and daytime. I don't really drive at night, you know. If I had to choose one mod, very tough because I don't have to do that, but I mean, I've played with PNG for such a long time, I would say for at least the last 6 years or so, but then only one mod, you know, very tough. Probably go with PNG and then just try to improve it by myself, but I hope that I'll not have to choose between one or the other. To be honest, even now, we're still combining mods. There isn't a mod that overhauls everything, because you got Snowymoon, you got PNG, you got the Project Ultimate Weather, and then RealCam presets, so it's more of a combination of it. Which with Project Ultimate Weather, you kind of got the weather and the reshades in one place, so you can use that together, but still you'd have Snowymoon running, and then if you want to improve your textures, you're looking at PNG. So most of the scenarios you're just using a combination of mods. Annoyed, you know what? I think it's because of the page buffers, to be honest, because the reflection scale will boost the GPU usage for a second. It then is, you know, it will become stable, but it gives that boost. I'm not sure if that page buffer just doesn't cover it no more. In ETS it works fine. I tried in ATS, I could not get it to work in ATS. So. American Highway, how you doing, mate? Kakus, witam, witam. You know, it's not that bad, but I always just, you know, I always bump it to reflection scale 3 if I'm taking pictures, especially on the older trucks, you know, to get the chrome spotting. Yeah, what's my thought on the JBX graphics mod? It's been around for a long time. It has, you know, good quality skyboxes. The weather depth lacking on fogs and then some colorways in my way, but you know, a lot of people on ATS actually use it. So. Yeah, same for me. I always used it for photos, but guess you have to live without that for now. I mean, because there isn't even like when I looked in the game log, there isn't a crash with that. It will probably be in the game crash. That'll be somewhere along the ways of the page buffer size. Well, that's the crash. But then it's not something that you'll be able to fix yourself, so bit of a problem for now. Engine, you know what? I was looking at that as well. You could make that for OBS, and that would probably be easy because that's just an overlay. Well, you still need a plugin for that. But then I was looking into a plugin for ETS2 and how we could actually make that. You know, it's a nice, nice addition. Because now you've got that. I mean, that's. Static texture is still nice touch, at least for myself. I like that. But then if you know, if you could add this as a plugin, that'll be much better. But then you'd have to remove the date, because there'll be no date, so you're not going to be able to pull the date through telemetry or anything like that. You could pull the speed, time of day. Not sure about the coordinates. Could maybe pull game sectors, but not actual coordinates. I'm pretty sure it can be adjusted. Okay, let's change the skybox. Yeah, you know what? We're going up north now, so we're making that switch from a highway to a. Well, I'm not sure if we're gonna go to mountain roads, but a bit more of what you're describing now. Apologies for my driving, I'm just adjusting my phone. Oh good, we did not crash. That's a positive. Yeah, I think they're called Beyond Maps. They've got some quite challenging roads on the map. What are called terrain maps? I'm not sure which one was it. But yeah, there's a map with some challenging mountain roads. missed the exit. Still should be fine. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to actually turn right or not. I mean, couple of kilometers in the span of a 1500 kilometers journey is not going to make much of a difference. I'm using the Man by Gloover. Diesel engine, thank you so much, and you have a good night, mate. Truck is dying up the hill. I've taken the 400 horsepower version of the engine, might not be enough, especially for hills. Ariana, thanks so much for the sub, mate. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we should go right in here, so I don't make a mistake with it. I think they were coming in with the my favorite time of the day. Well, there's morning and then evening times, and I think where with the SCS weather lacks a lot is just the fogs and the depth of the fogs, colorway of the fogs as well. Any kind of use is good, you know. As long as you kind of stay consistent, even with your setup, you know. I think it's just the consistency is very important, even with if it comes to live streams, videos, and kind of filling the gap of what it's not done yet. Like creating your own ideas that will kind of stand out, that'll probably help you. Because if you're trying to copy one-to-one what others are doing, you're not really standing out with anything. So if you're creating content but you add something from yourself that might be, you know, a bit of a freshness to the content that you've got around, then, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of a setup you've got, you can still break through even with a lower spec setup, to be honest. Yes, I do appreciate that. Patrick, Shema. How you doing? Okay, because we've got 11 skyboxes. This is skybox 10, this is 11. 9. Mihailo, how you doing, mate? Patrick, you're working, yeah? Well, I hope that you have a safe evening at work then. Patrick, what would you like to see? 4 hours, yeah? Not that bad. Yeah, we're going to be driving in Germany for a little bit, so the quality of the map is not as good as Benelux, but the map difference, if it comes to the quality of the map, is just like night and day if you're driving on Benelux and then Germany. You've already got mods that are pretty well made. If it comes to rain, you've got the PNG rain add-on. Patrick, I do not have Sibir on the map. I've only got the base map on. Not good. Mr. Slover, how you doing, mate? Okay guys, we're gonna skip to the morning because we're not gonna be driving night time. Be 5 a.m. We'll do 5 a.m. and then. Do you want me to fix that fast? It's not like I'm just going to put that map in there straight away. I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. How are you? It's the SCS map. It's just the base map. We're in Germany at the moment, north of Germany. We're going from Benelux to Nordics, so we're transitioning from the from Germany to Scandinavia now. Let's see some more skyboxes at this time of day. Stafka, thanks so much, mate. I'm glad to hear that. There's a couple of things that I still have to fix within the daytimes. If it comes to contrast itself, as I do not want to correct that with reshade or anything else. I want to correct that with the weather depth mod than the reshade itself. So the mornings and evenings are well done. Daytimes are good as well, but there's a few things that I want to correct. MSD Slover, thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. I'm using Snowymoon v2 and PNG. The Snowymoon will actually render trees in a different way, but then PNG overrides that and adds different textures to the trees. I don't. The GPS, it comes with the Man by Gloover, so it's just for this specific truck. However, that's the GPS from the man by Gloover. I wish that he'd release that for other trucks, but at the moment it's just for this truck. Well, Patrick, you could do that. Probably not what the author of the mod would actually want to happen, but... Still in Germany, I think. Yeah, there's a big difference if it comes to the latest editions of Benelux, even the Scandinavia rerun. Like Germany already looks old. If we're talking about the scratches in the windshield, the mod is called Scratches on Windshield. It's available on the SCS forum. It's not been updated for quite a long time now. It works by default on the older trucks, and then you would have to add the newer trucks to the dev file by itself. Okay, so just a question. If that's a German police car, why are they going into Denmark? I don't understand that. Does police normally just cross the borders or not? Because I wonder where they're actually going to go. I'll follow them around. Well, with the speed of our truck, we are not going to follow the police car. Unfortunately. It's the base SCS map. We're in Scandinavia now. Alpha Killer, how you doing, mate? How's your evening going? Tack för din Martin, how you doing? What truck are you exporting now? Because by the nickname I'm guessing you're modding trucks. It's a bit of a classic truck then. Oh no, the Atigo might be a... I thought it's made in 1932. Oh, is that an older truck then? Because I'm not sure. Send me a nice song. I'm afraid now. Give us some attack. ETS do ATS-a. Nowy update też będzie do ATS-a i do ETS. Yeah, I've just know because I've seen the 1932 and I thought that it's a year production, but then I've seen the Atego one, and I know there's a lot of Ategos in Argentina and Brazil as well. At least I've seen it in Brazil. I was born in Poland. I live in the UK at the moment. I grew up in Canada. Probably going back to Poland soon, so. Iwos, dobrze słyszeć, dzięki wielkie. Cieszę się, że się podoba. Yeah, Doc Pretty, so I speak Polish and English as well. But to be honest, I'm probably a bit more confident speaking English on a live stream than Polish. So. I mean, I speak Polish fluently, but I've spent the last like 20 years in countries that I would speak English on a daily basis. So. Well, with a break, because I lived in Poland for a bit. But don't understand much English, but well, Portuguese is fine too. I don't understand much Portuguese, but well, sometimes I would go on live streams of people from Brazil, so I just kind of use translator to put comments through. Toby, eye tracker coming tomorrow. Very good, mate. Good news then. Okay, let's get some rain going. How long have we got left? 870 kilometers. Dak Freddy, thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. A jakby szybkie ręce, wiesz? In Skybox 1, I need to take some fog off that. Yeah, these don't look bad. And then Skybox 5 is fully covered. Yeah, no worries, mate. There's a lot of traffic in here. Scottish Modern, if you get beam eye track, I'm pretty sure that you can hook it up to the webcam, so whatever camera you've got should be fine for it. I think that even if you go on Apple phone, and it might actually come to Android now, you could use the beam eye tracker with your phone. I'm not sure what the setup with it is, but you can type it in on Steam, because it's actually on Steam. If you type in Beam, it should pop up for the... I can send you a link later though. Hey, that truck is not made for hills. I mean, 400 horsepower should be fine, but then every time we're actually going up the hill, it's a struggle. Scania's the best. I know it is for you, mate. I like Scanias as well. Man, I've paid £202 back there, 174 in here. Wait, they're just scalping money. Okay, let's go back to normal sunny conditions. I think they're getting rich off me if I have to pay all these entrance fees. Scottish Modern, it's the GPS that comes with the Man by Gloover. I think that the music finished. No, it didn't. I was wrong. Okay, we can get some interior view for the last 600 kilometers. Tony Macaroni, how you doing, mate? Scania, it's a man. You have a look. Could actually turn off the layer now. Casper, yeah, if you're using PNG rain mod, well, you wouldn't be able to use any other rain mods if you have the PNG one enabled. Tony Macaroni, glad to hear that, mate. I hope that you like the second version as well. Well, boys, how you doing, mate? How's the evening going? Let me just try with something quick. Or this FOV. Casper, yes, I'm using PNG textures in the Project Ultimate Weather. To find a fuel station soon. However, it's pretty normal for me to run out of fuel, especially in the live stream, so how much fuel have I got left? 194 kilometers. Oh, we've got a fuel station coming up, so it should be fine. Well, I thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. How are you with playing ETS now? Have you gone back to it, or still don't have much time? I think that we actually run out of music now. Yeah, we did. To ensure that I'm taking the right exits, because I've already missed the exits today. Let's see one more camera angle. Tony, you know what? It depends which ones. You could have some paid mods that are optimized, or you could have paid mods that don't really use much additional performance. But then there's a lot of paid mods, especially truckways, which they might not really single out what they're using. And a lot of people just copy the whole interiors, let's say, and then they're just not optimized that well. But yeah, it depends what mods. We've still got 300 kilometers left. Actually not that bad. Good Hayden. I've got no way of translating that comment now. If you'd want to put that in English, I would appreciate it. Kids, if you have a look at the boosty option, you should be able to get it from Russia as well. You should cover all of the payment methods from Russia. Well, in other places if you're unable to access Patreon, because it's not just that one country you've got. I know that people might have issues with creating the Patreon accounts from other countries as well, so might be useful to use that. AC Drive, how you doing? I'm using the RealCam V2 in Project Ultimate Weather 2.0. Yeah, Coach, you can have a look at the description of this live stream. There's I've got that boosted link in it as well. AC Drive, thanks for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think they were actually checking the Project Ultimate weather in very unbiased conditions now, because we've been driving on reworks only, not any new DLC, because I believe they were still on the Scandinavia rework. Martin, no. It's just, well, we're on a rework of Scandinavia at the moment, so we're not in Nordics yet. Yes, a base SCS map, yeah. I don't use Promods. I don't. I mean, there's few places in Promods that they've done well, like Georgia, or few places, but I don't think that Nordics and Scandinavia look good in Promods, and they use a lot of old textures as well. The newer kind of map additions that they made, even like Poland and stuff, so the new map additions, they're very well made, but I think if you're looking at the older map sectors from Promods, you know, they've been made like 7-8 years ago, so can't really compare that to new map making standards. Yeah, it's the SCS map. This is where we are at the moment. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, that's still Scandinavia. Well, as for DLC wise. Yeah, we've got 100 kilometers left now. Yeah, there's a lot of modded maps which are just low quality maps, especially the combo maps and stuff, which use a lot of terrain that is just there to fill the gaps. But I would say my favorite ones are the one-to-one maps. One-to-one. Oh my god. One-to-one, one-to-two, one-to-three as the Central Bohemia project. 1-to-5 maps. I think that they're just way better than most of the 1-to-19 maps. Yeah, Grand Utopia is very good. Polskie Drogi is fine as well. They just give you a different feel of what you're driving, to be honest. Only 100%. I like any kind of Eastern European map that comes out. Albert Shefty, how you doing, mate? How's the evening going? Okay guys, we got to the end of a destination. I'd like to thank everyone for joining in for the Project Ultimate Weather preview. We've done the preview on mostly just reworks. We've not used any 1-to-1, 1-to-3, 1-to-5 maps. Pretty good comparison what it looks like on the older kind of, well, not older, as Benelux is kind of newer, but not newer DLCs, but just the reworks. So yeah guys, thanks so much for being in live stream, leaving a comment, leaving a like. As always guys, see you in the next one. Thanks so much.